Welcome back to ONYX Financial Track. This is Ultimate Academy's team. I hope you're all doing good. So in the previous lecture, we had started talking about the inputs in the customer system, which we are still on, by the way. Now we're going to continue, but before we dive into the new screens, there is one screen that we're going to go back to, which is Sales Representative Details. Using this screen, we can add representatives and also their details. Click on Add. Enter the representative's name and for a name. And if this representative has a supervisor, then you will enter the supervisor's code in the main sales representative code. You will hit F9 and select him or her. Then we will select the sales representative type from the drop-down menu. And in account number, you will select the account that you want to link with this representative. It can be a warehouse account or a safe number. If, for example, this is a retail salesperson, then we will link them to the safe that is at the store where they work, because their work is basically going to reflect on that safe. But if he's or she is a salesperson who goes to the customers, then we will add a warehouse account so that the goods they're responsible for would be added onto their account. We have 5 tabs here. The first one is Master Details, where we can add the representative contact information and address. We can also add their commission percentage. And in case this is a retail salesperson, and in the upper section we've already linked them to the safe, which is what we've selected an account number. Now in the field WH number or warehouse number, we will link them to the warehouse that supplies the branch or the store that they work at. If this is an outdoors sales representative and we've linked them to a warehouse, then in cash number we will link them to the safe on which the value of their sales will reflect. Credit limit with local currency. Here we can create a certain credit limit in the local currency. And as for guarantee details, that is in case we have guarantees on this employee. Next tab is distribution system. That is in case this is an outdoors salesperson. You will select the method of tax calculation according to what applies on your business. And then in distribution group, if you've created distribution groups before, you will find them here. And you can, of course, select the one that you want to add this representative to. Workout plan is a variable that permits the representative to work out or outside of the sales plan. Open plan type, here we select the way that we're creating the distribution plan for this representative. So if we chose manual, that means that the user will enter each point manually. And if we select customer barcode, then we will link this representative to a specific customer or customers that they will go to or work with. GPS regions is in case we want to select exact locations for the representative, which will limit the representative transactions to only the GPS points that we've selected. GPS is in case they're working out of the sales plan, so enabling this option will allow the admin to view where the representative is at, but you have no restrictions over their location. They can go wherever they want and you will just be able to see it. As for distance open plan, you enter the distance this representative can go in this plan. And region range is where we record the region this representative works in. Maximum limit exceed in sort route. That is the maximum limit allowed for the representative to go out of the laid out route plan that we've determined for them. Maximum limit to insert customer in plan. Here we can determine the maximum number of customers that this representative can handle. So for example, in this representative plan, the maximum customers that they can work with will be 100, for example. The variable allowed to cancel the document. Enabling this allows this representative to cancel a transaction. Automatic posting from mobile. Activating this variable allows the representative to post the transactions using their phone. Allow dealing with all items in sales returns. This allows the representative to handle any returns themselves, and that is for any items, even the ones that they did not personally sell. Privilege, in that one we can see the users that are allowed to see this representative's reports and who can edit this representative's information. The final tab is transactions. If you select one currency here, the system will show you the transactions that this representative has made using that currency. Now we'll get into a new screen, which is customer details. Alright, so you will click on add. Select the group that you want to add this customer to from the drop-down menu group code. Then we will enter the customer's name, and for a name, select the customer type in case you've added types before. And if this customer has joined us through a referral from a different customer, then we will enter that main customer's code. Then you will select the customer's classification, and as you can see, we have actually 12 tabs in the screen. First of all, we have master details. In master details, we can enter the customer's degree, and then we will select the branch that we'll link this customer to. We can also enter the customer's location by selecting the country, province, city, and region. And we can link the customer to a cost center, route, vendor, and driver. And we can enter the credit period in days as well. If we check the variable rep-wise or representative-wise, then we're treating this customer as a customer and also a representative at the same time. Insurance company adds a field, insurance company, and in this field we can link this customer to an insurance company. Agent, if this customer will become an agent for our company or the facility, which in other words means that they will sell our products. We can select the currencies from the table below. And we can also set a pricing level for each currency on credit bills and cash bills as well. The next tab we have is other data, and it is for the customer's contact information. You can also set the exact GPS location for this customer. We're already familiar with blacklist, stop sales, and the rest of the tab, as we've already covered that before in open account request. Next tab that we have is personal data. From the title, you can tell that this is where you enter the customer's personal information, like the ID number, nationality, date of birth, marital status, personal photos. You're basically creating a like a profile for this customer. As for additional data, it is regarding the taxes and additional fields. We know this one. Credit limits, here we can set limits for each cost center we're linking with this customer or this customer can deal with. First, we will select the currency. You will hit F9 in the cost center field. After you select the cost center, the name is automatic. Then we will basically set the minimum and the maximum limits and the transaction limits, and that is going to apply per transaction, of course. If you would like this customer to exceed those limits, you can select allow or allow with alert, and if you want them to stick or stay within the limits that you've set, then you will select not allow. As for type, it is basically the type of the limit that you've set, credit or debit. The next tab that we have is privilege. And here we can view the users that have any kind of privileges in the screen. And then we have connect customer with collectors. Alright, so you will hit F9 and you will select the collector. I'm sorry, actually I've missed one tab, which is connect customer with sales representative, and you will also press F9 in the representative number column. You will select the one who will deal with this customer, and you can also, by the way, select or choose weekdays on which this representative is going to work with this customer. Alright, so we already covered connect customer with collectors. It's the exact same, excluding the weekdays. Next tab is guarantee details. Alright, so in case this customer is also our agent, then clearly you will need some sort of guarantee. You will enter the details of this guarantee right here. Then we have the tab Transactions. And in Transactions, you will see the history of the transactions that happened on this customer's account according to the settings or the filters that we chose from the branch, currency, display method, and document type. The last tab that we have is Statistics, and in this tab we can just view a summary of the transactions. We'll move on to the next screen, which is Customer Appraisal. Okay, so you will click on Add. We will select the customers, or basically we will select the customers, group of customers, type of customers, or date. So it's one of the four that you can select. And then you will click on Criteria Calculation, and it will show you the customer and their degree according to the appraisal criteria. Next screen is Open Balance for Customer. We can use this screen using 3 different ways. We can import from Excel using this icon after clicking on Add, of course. And we can also automatically add the data using the upper section. You will enter the details, or you will fill in the fields that you have up there and then click on Autofill. Or you can just manually use this screen by hitting F9 in account number, select the account number, then select the detail account, which is the customer's account. Then you will enter the customer's opening balance in debit or credit in local currency, but if it's in foreign currency, then you will enter the opening balance in foreign debit and foreign credit. If we want to link this opening balance to a cost center, a representative, or a collector, then you will hit F9 in the relevant field and go ahead and select the right one. Alright, so that's everything for this lecture. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.